This video shows how to drive an EasyPix pixel controller from an AlphaPix 16 or AlphaPix 4. Now, the EasyPix is driven from RS-45, which is different from Ethernet, which is what an E131 based controller uses. Now, we simply have to wire some wire between the output on the RS-45 of an AlphaPix over to the EasyPix. Typically, this is going to be done with standard Cat5 cable like I have here. Now, what we do is we simply take the cable and cut off the end, and we're just going to strip back a little bit of the sheathing. And in this particular case, we're going to take the orange pair. This is solid orange and orange white. And we are going to separate them. And I'm just going to strip back about 1/4 inch of wire here. And then roll all the wires together so they stay in there. Now, the first thing we want to do is hook that end into the AlphaPix 16. And that is done right here. Now, there are 3 RS-45 plugs. This is plug 1, then 2, then 3. They're marked on the board between the connectors. Also on the board is the lettering for what each pin does. And so that is the top one, ground, then DMX negative, then DMX plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the plug, noting the direction and its relevance to where it's wired on the board. And I'm simply going to loosen up the holes for the wiring here. And for the DMX plus, I'm going to put it into the slot labeled, let's see here, make sure I got it right here. The slot labeled DMX plus. So I'm just going to slide that in there and screw that down. All right, and then the next one, the center slot is going to be our DMX negative, and then we're going to hook up a DMX ground. That's not normally required in most circumstances, especially if you're using shielded wire. But here's our completed plug, and you can see that the long side is this way, and that is the short side. And so we're going to plug that into there. Now, again, white, orange, and then ground at the top, which we're not hooking up here. Now, on our EasyPix, we are going to hook it up into the DMX plus, DMX negative, and there's an arrow going into the controller. While our DMX plus is going to be the top one, and it's, again, marked. So I'm simply going to just hook the white, orange to DMX plus, and then I'm going to hook the DMX negative to DMX negative with the solid orange. Now, we're all set. A few settings to make sure that you have right on your EasyPix. First of all, it must be in decoder mode. Master mode is the test mode, and you should use that to test your pixels first to make sure that those are all working. All right, now the settings here, you can change them by pressing and holding the M button. Pix number is the total number of pixels on the string. This is can be left at 170, the default, the maximum number for a universe, unless you're using reverse addressing, for example. So we're just going to hold that down, and then I'm going to hit the plus or the minus to change that setting. I'm just going to press it again. We can set the protocol type. All holiday core pixels are 2811 or 1903. And we have your color order. In this particular case, these are RGB. And all control means all the pixels work as channels 1, 2, 3. In this particular case, we want all of them to act as individual pixels. Reverse controls mean we're running the pixels backward, the addressing reversed. And then the DMX start address is 1. Now in this particular case, it will depend upon your particular display. If you have multiple controllers on the same connection, you can have multiple controllers starting at different addresses. Now, with RS-45, you can daisy chain, and we can come out the DMX plus and negative and then go out to another EasyPix or to other kinds of controllers that may be RS-45 based. And that's basically it. We'll then configure the controller in another video.